in my mind's eye.
Kenobi. Kenobi!
Kota's Cove, everybody, and today I'm going to give you my reviews for episode 1 and 2 of Kenobi. Let's dive right on in. Finally, the long-awaited arrival of Obi-Wan Kenobi's TV series in Disney Plus. I gotta tell you folks, episodes 1 and 2, the premiere, they did not disappoint. Before we get into that, I just want you all to know this is going to be spoiler filled, so if you have not seen episodes 1 and 2, please do yourself a favor, go to Disney Plus and watch it. Again, spoiler warning, can't get mad at me now, I'll let you know. So, the first 10 minutes of Kenobi just brought on so much nostalgia. It opens up with a scene at Coruscant, the Jedi Temple during Order 66, and it focuses in on one child in this scene as the clones are trying to kill the Jedi, and we're pretty sure it's Reva. And it was a great scene just to start off the show. I'm wondering if later down the road if we'll see flashbacks. I hope they bring more flashbacks into the Order 66 attacking the Jedi Temple. I wonder if we catch a glimpse of Grogu in one of those scenes. That would be pretty cool to tie into with the Mandalorian season 3. Who knows? But it goes on, and episode 1 was a lot of filler trying to catch you up on like what's going on. And then we have the Inquisitors, the Grand Inquisitors. Reva, who is the third sister, are on Tatooine looking for Jedi. They find one, but Reva's on a hell-bent mission to find Kenobi. And that causes some contention with the Inquisitors because they know that she's just trying to get higher up in the chain. I think it wants more power, wants Darth Vader to recognize her more. Then, as it goes on, they kill this Jedi. Eventually, you get to see the scene we saw in the trailer with Kenobi talking to Owen, and a little tear-jerking scene. That ship that Luke is flying in A New Hope is actually a toy that Ben or Obi-Wan gave him, so that's pretty cool, little tearjerker to see. They have the dialogue where Owen's like, "You're gonna train the boy like his father." That one kind of hits deep. Then we eventually move on to Leia on Alderaan with her family. This is where I wasn't as thrilled with the show. It's just the politics and stuff. Leia doesn't want to be into the politics and everything. It's like they picked a great actress for portraying young Leia. It's just for her only being 10 years old and having this much knowledge and everything. As my phone goes off, thank God it was a Star Wars themed one. Sorry. But yeah, for her only being 10 years old, it's like she almost knows too much. And it's like sometimes her lines go a little bit overboard and it's unbelievable for a 10-year-old. That's just a nitpick. But then we come closer to the end of the show, and basically Leia gets kidnapped because she doesn't listen to her parents, and she runs outside the palace. And here we have one of the most awkward chase scenes. I think it's pretty bad. Doesn't make any sense. Little 10-year-old outrunning these bounty hunters, and it's just like they're walking in slow motion. It's like watching a bunch of Jabba Hutts running a triathlon. Like, it's brutal. Is it as bad as the Book of Boba Fett? Hell no. That was one of the worst chase scenes I've ever seen in my life. But Leia gets kidnapped. It's all because of Reva's plan to lure out Kenobi because she knows Kenobi's still alive. Then we get a beautiful, beautiful shot with Kenobi finally going to help Senator Organa. He goes to get his lightsaber out of the sand where he buried it, and he has Anakin's lightsaber with his. And it's just like, that was a very cool scene. I love how there's just so much care given to what the lightsabers represent in this show, you can tell. And all the reverence, like, you can feel with Kenobi looking at it, like, fighting with himself, not wanting to do this because he's not the same man, and he's blaming himself for his failures with Anakin. And while I'm thinking of that, it just really pisses me off thinking about The Last Jedi, because Rian Johnson, that whole scene with Luke throwing the lightsaber like it was nothing just for a couple laughs, just it pisses me off like how they switched the tone from to the new sequels, but that's another story for another day. But then we go to episode 2. Kenobi goes to this planet where Senator Organa tracked a ship that has Leia, and Kenobi's got to go and rescue Leia. Episode was very cool. The way that Kenobi is like going through this planet, I don't even know the planet's name, but then he comes up to a clone trooper who's begging for money. That scene it tugs at the heartstrings a little bit. And the clone trooper is just asking for money, says hot credits for a hot meal for a veteran or something. That was very cool. I wish they would have done a little bit more, because they definitely could have done more in this episode with the clone trooper. But Kenobi finds Leia eventually, frees her, and then Reva, who's on this planet, knows Kenobi's there, is looking for him. And then the Inquisitors show up. Then Reva does like the whole John Wick 3 thing. She calls all the bounty hunters around on the planet to find Kenobi, capture him, bring him to her so she can handle him and bring him to Lord Vader or kill him, something like that. While in the middle of that going on, we got the Inquisitors looking for Reva and telling her that they're getting sick of her because of all the trouble she's causing, and the fact that she captured a senator's daughter they just want to punish her and bring her to Lord Vader. So we get this cool little bit of hide and seek, playing cat and mouse between Kenobi, Leia, and the bounty hunters and Reva. And then towards the end, where the action really starts building up, Reva's chasing Kenobi after she sees where he's on the roof. I don't know what's going on with Star Wars, folks. These the unnecessary movements. Book of Boba Fett, we had the infamous spin shot. Dude spins to look where he was already looking to shoot somebody. Reva does this cool little force trick. She breaks down a metal pole to use between two buildings to run across, and then she does the most freaking useless backflip in the history of backflips. Folks, she does a freaking backflip just to do a somersault. So what happened in the cut after that? She just throw up on the side and continue running? That was a little silly, whatever. But the big payoff is at the end. Kenobi gets up top to get into this little cargo freighter thing. Reva's got them kind of cornered. She's, calling out to Kenobi, trying to get him to fight her. Kenobi's got his lightsaber out. You can tell he's nervous. He doesn't want to use it. And then she talks about Darth Vader. And just the way Ewan McGregor acts in this scene is so, so, so good. You can just tell that he's shocked, he's scared, he's in disbelief, and she says Anakin Skywalker is alive. And the way they shot this scene was beautiful. It's focusing on Obi-Wan's face, getting closer to his eyes. He says Anakin, and boom, we go to a back to tank. Anakin in back to tank opens up his eyes. You hear the Darth Vader breathing. That was fantastic. Ooh, I got chills watching that scene. I'm so excited to see where this goes. And then Grand Inquisitor shows up, and then we have a pissing contest between him and Reva, and he goes, "Let me show you how it's done, third sister." And it's just Reva then stabs him in the stomach, and that's it. The guy, the head honcho of the Inquisitors, Grand Inquisitor, gets stabbed in the dumbest way possible. I don't get how he didn't sense what Reva was going to do, and it was just, and then Kenobi escapes. That was cool, but I don't think the Grand Inquisitor is dead, because I don't think they're going to write off what happened in Rebels. I'm not sure, but a little funky. We'll see. Darth Maul survived getting cut in half from Kenobi, and all he did was get stabbed in the stomach. Maybe he gets some type of cybernetics. Who knows? Overall, these episodes, I said, were very, very good. I said they were 8 out of 10. I'm going to stick with my rating for 8 out of 10. Pros of it, the nostalgia factor you get, the attention to detail, Ewan McGregor's acting, very good. Everybody's complaining about how the Grand Inquisitor looked in the trailer. I'm fine with it. I think he looks alright. The back and forth between Owen and Kenobi was very, very good. The ode that Kenobi did while bringing Leia up to the cargo ship, talking about how she reminds him of Padme, that was very cool. big cons with this show. The real only con I have is the character of Reva. Her acting is so over the top in some scenes with her dialogue. It seems forced. The way she was yelling at Kenobi when he got off the planet finally with Leia, the freaking way she interacts with the Inquisitors is just annoying. And honestly, that whole scene with her running across the rooftop showing her Force abilities, it just was worthless. She does some of the dumbest parkour that doesn't make sense. Reva's my biggest con. I hope the episodes get better with her, or maybe you kind of like latch onto her character a little bit more as you dive into her backstory of why she went from a Jedi to now being an Inquisitor. As of right now, her character's tough to watch, and the acting for her is just compared to everybody else. Like I said, overall 8 out of 10. Very, very good start to the series. I cannot wait for the next episode. I'm telling you folks, this show is Star Wars in a good place right now, and I love it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hey, make sure you like, subscribe, and hey, go follow me on Twitch. Building a beautiful community over there in the Cove. Go watch me play some Warzone, play some Apex, play some Rainbow Six Siege. I'm just out there to play video games, meet new people. It's been so much fun. Thanks for everybody for the support. I'll catch you in the next vid.